The Pindari War is a very important part of modern Indian history. The Pindaris were bands of lawless men who made their living by organized plunder. They did not belong to any particular nationality but were drawn from all castes and classes. The only bond which bound them together was common profession of robbery. They were loosely attached as irregulars to the armies of either Scindia or Holkar and have been well described as the scavengers of the Marathas. Starting from a central position in Malwa and the Narbada Valley, they ravaged India with fiendish cruelty from Gujarat to Ganjam. About this time, the three chief leaders of Pindaris were Chitu, Wasim Muhammad, and Karim Khan. Besides the Pindaris, there were roving bands of Pathans who, under their leader Amir Khan, plundered right and left wherever they could find an opening. Encouraged by non-intervention policy of the British government, the Pindaris extended their raids far and wide in central India and grew more and more daring. In 1815, they plundered the Nizam's dominions and next year ravaged the British territory of northern Sarkars. Lord Hastings found it imperatively necessary to take vigorous measures to put a stop to their depredations and began military preparations on an extensive scale. First, by diplomacy, he detached the Pindaris as far as possible from the protection of Marathas. He concluded a subsidiary alliance with Appa Sahib, the regent of Bhonsle's territory of Berar, and put pressure upon Scindia, who was compelled, much against his inclination, to sign a treaty binding him to assist the English against the Pindaris. Next, he set his vast forces in motion to surround the Pindaris in their haunts in Malwa. The Pindaris were dispersed and their organized bands annihilated. Karim Khan surrendered, Wasil committed suicide, while Chitu, the most formidable of the leaders, was hunted into the jungle where he was devoured by a tiger. Amir Khan, the Pathan chief, was persuaded to disband his forces and was made Nawab of Tonk.